Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I am Gemma and this is Project Rich Mom. So today's video is going to be answering some of the more popular questions that I was asked in my last KDP video. And can I just say, I was completely overwhelmed by the amount of positive and lovely comments that that video got. It completely blew up compared to the size of my channel. And I was getting just the loveliest comments from people all across the world. So please drop me a comment below and let me know where you are watching from right now. It still baffles me that there are people all across the world that are watching little old me in my tiny house in the middle of Leicestershire. And yeah, so let me know where you are watching from. Let's crack on with today's video. One of the most frequent questions that I got was, do I think that is KDP too saturated now? Is it too late for me to start? And in all honesty, I don't think it is. I think the Kindle direct publishing platform is a wonderful, wonderful place. Of course, as KDP becomes more well-known and it becomes more popular, it's going to be more competitive in certain niches, but I still believe that there is a place for everybody within the KDP world. And there are so many different niches that you can find to create your books in. It's just a case of looking. And if you are prepared to put in the hard work and do the research and you see it as a long haul thing, then absolutely I think that there is still money to be made. Just avoid the really popular categories, take some risks, and you will never know whether you can make money from this until you start, until you try. So it's worth giving it a go. Second question is, do I use paid ads for my sales? And like I explained in my last video, I did use ads when I first started, and I actually ended up spending more than I made. Now, this is not indicative of how you can expect ads to work for you. This was completely my fault. I went into it completely blind. I didn't take the time to research how to use ads properly. I didn't have the knowledge that was needed, and so of course I lost money. That is completely on me, but it did scare me and I did stop using them. But thankfully I was one of the lucky ones, and I managed to find a niche that started to pick up traction with my books organically. So now all of my book sales are organic sales, but I know that if I was to use ads now, that I could increase that revenue more so. So I am currently learning how to use them. I am watching videos on YouTube. There are some wonderfully knowledgeable people out there that know what they're talking about and talk you through it step by step. So I am currently watching those, and either this month, I might wait until the beginning of April, the new tax year, and then start ads on my books over there. But I do think that there is a place for ads. I think particularly going back to the last question where we talked about, is it saturated? Is it saturated? No. Is it more popular? Absolutely. And of course, what comes with that is much more competition. So I do think that ads do have a place, and I think that they are going to be more and more important as KDP goes forward. So it is definitely something that you will want to look into, but like I say, don't be like me and just jump in and throw some money at it and hope that it sticks. Do your research before you head down that road. Third thing that I've noticed a lot of is people asking if they can use trademark images. No. Like, I don't know how to be any more clear. No, don't use them. I've seen it a fair amount, not just on my video, but just over Facebook and in groups and stuff in general, is people saying, but I've seen these people are selling Disney princess colouring books, for example, and they're making money, and their book's not been taken down, so I can do the same thing, surely. Could you do that? Yes. Are you playing Russian roulette with your business? Yes. And there's a very, very high likelihood that you'll lose. Not only will KDP terminate your account, but the trademark owner, in that case Disney, and Disney are notorious for going after people who use their images, you're going to have to deal with all that. You're going to have to pay back what you've earned because you don't own the rights to be able to use those images. If you want to make a Disney princess coloring book, change it and make just a generic princess coloring book. Don't use a Peppa Pig image in your books. Use a pig image. There are ways around it if you want to use similar types of images, but not think that you will get away with using those types of images. And quite rightly so. If you created something that became popular worldwide, you wouldn't want people just being able to use that and doing what they want with it. It can damage your brand. And these huge corporations, let's take Disney as an example again, they will have a team of people whose job it is to literally scour the internet to find people in violation of their trademark, and it's just not worth it. KDP will terminate your account. You won't be able to have another one, and you've lost an income stream potentially. So no, do not use trademarked items. Another popular question that I noticed was people asking, how do I create my books? And there are many, many, many different software packages that you can use to do this. I will just be talking about what I personally use. So if you use something else, if you know of something else, please drop it in the comments, let people know. When I first started out, I used BookBolt. That was when I was making the generic lined notebooks, lined journals. BookBolt you pay for a monthly subscription, and they have free interiors of the standard lined pages, the dot lined journals and that sort of thing, which is really helpful when you're starting out. BookBolt is also really, really helpful for creating your cover, because you simply have to answer some questions about what your book, things like the size of your book. So say you're going for a 6x9 book, the amount of pages that you're going to use, and then it calculates what size the cover needs to be. It will show you where the spine of the book will sit, where the bleed lines are, etc., which is really, really helpful when you're just starting out. And trying to calculate that stuff might seem a little bit overwhelming or a little bit complicated. So that is a wonderful place to start out. Now I use Canva. I love Canva. I think there is an awful lot of people that still use Canva. Canva offer a free version, and they also have the pro version, which is what I have. I went with the pro version because I use Canva not only for KDP, but for YouTube now, and I've used it for marketing with other businesses I've been involved in the past. My kids have used it for their homework and stuff, so it's worth spending that small amount every month to have the pro version. But with the free version, if you're just starting out and you don't want to maybe commit to paying out too much to start with, the free version is perfectly fine to get you started with. You will need to learn how to work out the size of your cover and the sizes of the interior pages and things like that. But if you go over to the KDP website, there is a wealth of information over there. They have calculators also for you to be able to use so that you can know exactly what size that you're going for. So this version just takes a little bit more time and a little bit more effort, but ultimately, once you get going, you'll probably stick to pretty standard size books, and you'll notice that there's a theme with the size of the books that you use, and it just kind of becomes second nature. You'll know what size you need. So I use Canva to create both the interior and the cover of the books. Now, when it comes to artwork, if I cannot create the artwork myself, which is quite often because I'm not an artist, there are some basic stuff that I can do. I can put things together to make a beautiful picture, but when it comes to actually sketching the individual items, not so much. Now, this is where I have a subscription to Creative Fabrica. Creative Fabrica is a marketplace where people will upload their designs and then you are able to use them. Now, I opt to pay for the monthly subscription because that works out cheaper for me. Obviously, if you choose to go down that route, you need to work out which is better for you. Make sure that you familiarize yourself with the different types of licenses, because you need to know which items you can just download and use, which items you can download but you need to add other elements to. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is, and as with anything, if you go onto their website, there is a very, very simple breakdown of what each license type you can use for which type of product. Fabrica have all kinds of graphics and illustrations, different types of fonts that you can use. There's also a section that is specifically for KDP interiors, and that is great for if you are researching, if you are looking for ideas. One tip that I would give you though is do not just download an interior to use as it is. I mean, you are able to do that. The license type that will come with a KDP interior will allow you to just simply download it and then stick a cover on it and upload it up to KDP. Amazon do not like when people use the same interior or the same things for lots and lots of different books. Think of it from Amazon's point of view. They have a customer who orders 2 or 3 types of archery logbooks. I don't know. But they order 2 or 3 because maybe they're not sure which one they want. Maybe they want to give them as a bundle, as a gift to somebody. And then they receive those books and they've got different covers, but they've all got the exact same interior. Now, the customer's not looking at the individual authors and thinking, well, why have these all got the same? They're looking at Amazon and saying, why didn't you tell me that all of these had the same interior? You know, that's not good for Amazon. They don't want their business being stained by things that are out of their control. And then that can cause problems for you and the state of your account and having to prove that you have, you know, the rights to use that. And so if you decide to download those KDP interiors and you want to use it, change it. Change the fonts of things, move things around, add in pictures, just do something. It doesn't even need to be an awful lot most of the time. It's just about creating something that is unique, something that is different. And that goes for when you're creating covers as well. You will find images on Creative Fabrica that you are able to use as is. The license allows you to do that. Just because you can doesn't necessarily mean that you should. Everything that you create needs to be from you. It needs to be something unique from you. Now, when you are just getting started, in all honesty, Canva would probably be my recommendation for you because it's free, but use whatever you have. If you have a computer that has an Adobe package, maybe you have InDesign or Illustrator, use that. Maybe you have Affinity Publisher, use that. You know, use whatever you have. You don't need to go out and spend an awful lot of money on things, particularly when you're just getting started. There are things that as you progress and as you build your business, you can upgrade things. You can get different subscriptions and buy different software packages and stuff, but that will all come in time. So just use what you have or use the free resources that you can get hold of for now. Finally, my advice for anybody who is starting KDP in 2022, and that is simply just start. Okay, just start. Just go and make that first book and upload it. Take this as your sign to start your business now. Start it today. The biggest lessons that you will learn and the greatest growth that you will have will come from the failures that you have. And trust me, even the people that are earning, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds every month with KDP have made mistakes along the way. But that's how you learn, and you know, you grow, and that's how you grow your business. Take that idea that you've been thinking about, create that book, steer clear of the trademarked stuff, and just go for it. Who knows where this journey will take you? You have nothing to lose in starting. I hope you found this video helpful in some way. If you have any more questions for me, please do drop them down below and I will try and get back to as many people as I can. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a like because the YouTube algorithm apparently loves that, and that's really helpful for a small channel like this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.